Hi everybody, I'm Monty LV, that's my screen name. I just wanted to call, wow, listen to me. Obviously I'm not used to making videos. I just wanted to get online and say hello and ask everybody how you're doing tonight. I am a Kratom fan, Kratom user, not a drug addict, but I am a chronic pain patient. So, we've been having a lot of problems with Ohio lately, along with Mississippi. We've been paying close attention to this, and although we did have a very big win in Ohio last week, there's still a battle raging. They have their mind set that they're going to ban it in Ohio, but with, 700 testimonials in front of them, printed out, along with about 200 people that showed up to the meeting. The overflow room was full, so we're showing them a pretty damn good hand. But it can't stop there. We have to keep fighting. I know I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of kindergartners, but I know you guys know all this already. Now, when I first came into Kratom, I was still seeing my doctor, and it was 2 days after, no, it was the same day. I went to see my doctor, and I had just been forced to change doctors because my original one went to a different position. And they went in and they said they were going to piss test me, and I told them I'm going to fail. There will be no Vicodin in my system. There will still be methadone, but there will not be any Vicodin because I had stomach flu a week before that. And I was told by the nurse, well, we still have to do it, and I'm sure there will be some in your system. Well, just like I told them, well, doesn't look good. There wasn't anything in your system except for the methadone, and it was a very low level, so the doctor's going to taper you. Sound familiar? Tapering sucks. I was on that medication for well over 7 years. On and off, mostly on, but I'd been through every other medication you could think of, from gabapentin, tramadol, Tylenol 3, everything except fentanyl. Thank God I did not try that. They didn't put me on it, thankfully. But I was on Percocet, Vicodin, methadone, Xanax. Not all at the same time, but I was on 2 very strong pain medicines at the same time. The first combination was Percocet and morphine, 12-hour extended release. Wasn't bad. Did really good for my pain. It was just coming off of it was really, really difficult. First thing in the morning, I'd wake up, I'd pop a pill. The burning in my legs would stop, but at the end of about 3 hours, my legs felt so heavy. So heavy. I know most of that was probably, between doses, I don't think you can really call it withdrawal, but at the end of the time that I was taking it, I was terrified that my doctor, I knew they were going to taper me, and I thought, well, I've been on this shit long enough, and my previous doctor told me this is not a long-term solution. I knew that. It wasn't viable for me. So I went online and I started looking. It took me about an hour, and then I had somebody, have you ever heard of this? I said, no, I haven't. So I joined a group on Facebook, and I started talking to people, all different kinds, from different places. They had ailments similar to mine, and even worse than mine, and someone told me about Kratom. I said, this is what we try, this is what we take. It's a leaf. It's a powder that comes from a leaf, and we take it a few times a day, depending on the situation, the person, stuff like that. Well, at that point, I thought, I don't have a choice. It's either come off the medicine, be in excruciating pain every day, go to the ER several times a week, which I knew was not plausible, because obviously the expense is going to be outrageous, and I've already been labeled a drug seeker, so I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere with that. So within 2 or 3 days, I decided to go ahead and place an order. So I did. First day I got it, I took a spoonful, put it in my tea, stirred it up. My God, I cannot tell you how great that relief felt. The burning stopped. I got up, I walked to my bathroom and back. It was amazing. And I thought, this is way too good to be true. There's no way this can work all the time. Well, fast forward 3 months, I went and reapplied for my old job. And I was a housekeeper. I am still. But I had to stop being a housekeeper because I couldn't do the work. I couldn't physically do the work. It's pretty strenuous work too, but I love what I do. So, after 3 months, I went and applied for my job, got it back. Now, before when I worked there, my attendance sucked. When the pain got me down, it got me down pretty damn hard. But with this stuff, it totally changed my life. I cannot stress that enough. But so many people are buying into this FDA bullshit that it's bad for you, it's just as bad as heroin, you know, it'll turn you into an addict. Let me just say, my parents were both addicts, not drug addicts. They drank and they smoked cigarettes, but they had that addictive gene. And I've always been told that I have a high probability of becoming one. And the reason I know I'm not, and I've actually debated this with myself and my family, I know I'm not an addict because I've walked away from pills many times. I know that they are very close to me. I know there are sources close to me who have them. I've had them handed to me. I handed them right back. I'm not judging anyone on this. I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else or anybody else is better than me. I'm saying in my personal opinion, I can walk away from that and not feel anything out of it. I know it's not going to benefit me. That doesn't mean it won't benefit you or someone else. So, don't think I'm trying to judge people here, because I'm not. But I very highly recommend Kratom for anyone dealing with chronic pain, migraines, even depression and anxiety. There are strains that work for that. So, all I'm really saying here is let's just keep this fight going. We need this. Many of us need this. Millions of us. We get up every day, we take our dose, we go to work, we do what we need to do, take care of our families. And like in my case, I was the sole provider for a very long time. About 15 years I was the sole provider. And it's been a godsend for me. So, I just wanted to put my 2 cents worth in. I don't usually make videos, so I might look a little nervous. I apologize. I've also been on Twitter a lot lately, and a lot of the stuff coming out of Ohio, it's scary as hell, but I've been through a lot of scary shit, and there's no other choice but to keep moving forward, because I'm not a quitter. I don't give up, especially when it comes to my health and my family. I do not quit. I've got to keep moving forward. If I have no other way to treat my pain, I don't know what else I'm going to do, because I live in Kansas. There is no medical marijuana here. There's no marijuana here at all, unless you want to go to jail, which I really don't. So, this is my only option. This is the only option for millions of us. So keep fighting. Do not stop fighting. No matter how dire the situation might seem, we can't give this up. They want us to give up. Andrew Kolodny has himself said, as soon as they kill themselves off, we'll be able to move forward. Well, fuck you, Andrew Kolodny. I just said that. I hate him. Him and Dr. Lemke, Scott Gottlieb, everyone who's against us. They are the naysayers. They are doubting us. They want us to give up, so that's why we can't. Yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. I'm gonna get back to my show here, watching The 100 on Netflix. Pretty good show, actually. I've had a long day. Started out at 6:30, got out at a little after 3. I love working. I can work, so I'm doing it. Have filed for disability, didn't work. Long story short. Yeah, I don't like doing videos. Nervous as hell. I don't know if anybody will even watch this, but if you do, please take it to heart. There are millions of us out there just like myself. This is our life we're talking about. I've never done Heart Street drugs, so I don't know what they're like. I honestly can't say. But I can say, with the prescriptions that I was on, I'll never go back to that. If I can possibly help it, I don't ever want to go back down that road. And I don't ever recommend anyone else doing that either. It's dangerous. And as far as becoming addicted to Kratom, it is no more addictive than a cup of coffee. If you can walk away from coffee, which, you know, it's not that hard to do, it's just coffee. It's no different. It is in the same family as Kratom. They are related. The plants are related. One of these days the world will realize plants can do so much more for people than what man-made synthetic shit can do. And if you know somebody who is fighting a chronic pain battle or fighting addiction, do some research into it. Some serious research. Don't let the internet fool you. Don't let the puff pieces get you discouraged. Learn it from someone who's experienced it for a long time. And 2 years to me is a long time. There are millions of us like me who've been taking it for a lot longer than me. We're still around. Our labs are good. Our bodies are healthy. My liver is healthy. More healthy than it was when I was on pills. So, I'm going to stop repeating myself, and I will let you guys go. I hope y'all have a great night.